darkest greetings, Underlord. Welcome to the realm of Chaos. I see you are a bit unfamiliar with your powers. Fortunately for you, I'm well versed in Underlord, and will gladly teach you all that is necessary for you to conquer the goodly heroes of this realm, as well as any Underlord who dares stand in your path.
So we're on the stand with War for the Overworld, and we're with James from Subterranean Games. Hi James, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you just tell us a bit about War for the Overworld and what it's about?
Yeah, so it's a dungeon management game. You play as an Underlord, and it basically you build a dungeon and fill it with different rooms. Each of those rooms attracts different minions. Heroes will come to invade you, and you fight them off with your various traps, defenses, and minions. And it's kind of the normal dungeon crawler turned on its head. Instead of invading, you're building the dungeon and having heroes come attack you.
So you're the bad guy and you're keeping the good guys out?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice twist on that one. So is it, have you got a campaign mode or multiplayer?
When the game's fully released, we'll have a campaign. We'll have multiplayer in a few months. We're just finishing balancing it internally. And then we'll also have a couple sandbox modes and a few very unique sort of one-offs in terms of gameplay that we think is interesting.
Is it based on any other game in particular?
It's heavily inspired by Dungeon Keeper, with the same voice actor, Richard Ridings. He has that deep, sort of resounding voice that makes you feel like you're an evil dude.
Yeah, he does. You're right about that. So what kind of differences have you got in this game compared to Dungeon Keeper?
Well, we have the Veins of Evil, which is my personal favorite. We see that players prefer like one of two play styles. One's the really defensive. You sort of build a bunch of traps and wait for dudes to come to you. And then some of the newer players really like playing aggressively. So we have this whole sort of tech tree devoted to that that lets you go out and basically take the fight to them instead of waiting.
And how is it going to be available? Is it pay to play, or do you just buy the game and then?
You just buy the game. We're on Steam Early Access right now, so you can get it at a reduced price. And then as we continue to add more content to it, the price will slowly go up until we finally release the game.
Excellent. Okay. And what sort of time scale have you got for full release?
We're looking at 2014, but if it's not ready, we'll extend it a little bit further. We want it to be the best game that we can make. So when it's ready.
I had a chat with some of the guys before interviewing you, and from what I understand, you haven't got an office. You're all kind of based around the country and other countries at the moment. So
yes.
How has that been for you as a company, sort of being home-based, so to speak, and just talking over the internet to get it going?
It was definitely a learning curve. It took us a while to figure everything out and create a pipeline that works, because you have people. I'm in San Francisco, and sometimes I need to talk to guys in Hong Kong or Russia or Spain and anywhere else. So it can be a little bit challenging at times, but we've managed to sort of get over that hurdle. And yeah, it's almost like we're used to it now. And if we ever end up in an office, I'm sure we'll be a lot more productive.
So that's the nice thing about the internet nowadays and having sort of the tools we've got, like Skype and things like that, that people don't have to necessarily be sitting in one office to work together.
Right.
So that's quite interesting. And what challenges have you found then while you've been making this game?
Mostly just dealing with the time zones initially. We also had a huge goal for modding support, and that caused us to have to rewrite a lot of our code, which put us back a fair amount of time. But we've kind of recovered from that, and fortunately our backers and fans have been really, really friendly and supportive. Like for every hurdle that we've overcome, they've just been like, yes, keep going, we want this game, and it doesn't matter how long it takes.
And what sort of feedback have you been getting from it while you've been at Rezzed this weekend?
Only positive. I think I've personally spoken to 2 people that didn't like it over the 3 days. And basically they just say, we love it, we want to play it right now.
And you can, of course, with
yes,
the access, I suppose, you can go home and get it. Okay. Obviously with Dungeon Keeper, the new one coming out recently on iPhone, Android, etc., I know that's had a few problems with it, with the kind of time issues that they've had, like digging one bit of stone out, taking 24 hours, and after playing your tutorial, obviously you don't have that kind of limitations. Do you think that has helped you at all, the sort of bad feedback that EA have been getting from Dungeon Keeper?
It definitely saw an increase in traffic to our site. People were searching for it, and the original name for Dungeon Keeper 3 before it was canceled was War for the Overworld. So it kind of leads people here because they're on the Wikipedia entry.
And how can people find you on social media networks? We're just
at WFTO Game, WFTOGame.com. Anywhere you want to find us, it's just WFTO Game.
Together now, right? A little bit about you before we go. Is this the first game you've worked on, or have
yes.
you got?
It's my first game. We have a couple other people that have worked in the industry, but they've never been on their own project from start to finish.
Okay, and how have you found it personally then?
It's been a blast, especially coming to events like these and getting all the feedback and just seeing people smile, like at the lines that I've written. That's makes it all worth it, all the late nights.
And have you got anything planned for the future after this game, or is it all just based on...
We really want to finish this game first. We have a couple ideas of things that we really want to do to add to this game, and of course we sort of talk about other ideas, but really just finishing this game is our top priority.
You got anything you want to add at all? No? Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.